Summer, I had the great pleasure of working with LEAF, Local Enterprise Assistance Fund, a CDFI based out of Brookline, Massachusetts. So CDFIs, or Community Development Financial Institutions, were created about 25 years ago when banks were found redlining certain areas based on their socioeconomic class and their race. So kind of infuriated by this, these CDFIs started popping up, really wanting to finance these unbanked populations. And later on the line, with the support of President Bill Clinton and the legislature to create the CDFI fund, they really band together to be the change makers of community development. So CDFIs then, like now, attain most of their funds through donors, investors, and foundations. And it enables them to take on riskier agreements, assuring finances to those who do not fit the traditional criteria that banks really make you fit into. Ultimately, CDFIs lift up the community so that the well-being of its businesses and, more importantly, its people are improved through their service. So LEAF uniquely works to the creation, conversion, and sustenance of cooperative organizations. We really take pride in providing economic and human development through financing these companies, as well as social business ventures. And we do so with the intent to create and sustain jobs for low-income individuals. So we're really interested in cooperatives because they're worker or community owned. And this is really great because it encourages worker performance, it creates jobs, it can even revitalize a community if done correctly. But there are some different obstacles that businesses have when in creation that speak to why they're not as common at the local level. So the knowledge of cooperatives, the finances to make it happen, and the development of the co-op itself. And at its roots, LEAF finances these people, but in addition, we give them some creative assistance with their business models, setting up relationships, giving them the tools to run this cooperative successfully, in addition to giving them some financial education so that they can do so efficiently as well. And again, this is all to decrease local poverty. So in the end, the output that we really want is successful and self-sustaining cooperatives. Currently, LEAF loans to companies as common as the hardware store down the street to as well known as Equal Exchange. But the majority of the people we lend to are food cooperatives, and this really yields the most impact. So through the 12 food co-ops that we have financed, 190 people now have full-time employment. 706 jobs have been created, and 54,000 families now have access to quality food. It's really powerful information. And we do this on a nationwide scale. So what we're really trying to do is maximize the geographic areas, the industries, and the individual businesses that can really benefit from the cooperative model. And that's really where my part in this internship came into play. I was the one exploring different lending avenues, seeing different funding opportunities, and really looking at individual businesses to see if they were a perfect fit for LEAF and for them. Ultimately, what I took away from this internship was the fact that connecting with a company like this, one that takes these businesses and ones that don't really have a social impact and puts them into that first step into the right direction so that they can say that they can get finances, they can be socially structured, and ultimately they can grow. Thank you.